live.
Yay!
Hello. So, I'm Bailey. This is my channel, of course. We're going to be doing some live reading sprints. We're all currently doing a 24-hour read-a-thon. So, we're going to be here for probably about an hour to like an hour and a half, maybe. I was thinking we'd do like 20-minute sprints.
That sounds good to me.
And yeah, so I'm going to let everyone introduce themselves.
My name is Sarah from Sarah Lorraine Reads. And yeah, that's it. Are we saying what we're reading or are we doing that after?
Yeah, you can say what you're reading.
Yeah, I'm going to read Clockwork Prince because I'm reading this with Jess and Leah for a buddy read, and so I need to start it because I'm very behind.
My name is Justine. My channel is Under a Bookish Moon. I am going to be picking up Star Daughter.
Ooh.
I'm excited. It's been on my TBR for way too long. No? All I know is she's half a star. Her mother's a star. And then I think she like loses control of her powers and attacks her father. And the only way she can help heal him is with her mother is like a full star's power.
Juicy.
So
that sounds so interesting.
I'm interested in like the astrology in it. Like it has to play some sort of role in it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll let you know.
Sounds good.
Yeah, let us know for sure if it's good. So I guess I'm gonna be reading Vampire Heroines because I'm literally on page 63, and I feel like I'm totally slacking compared to everyone who's like on at least page 100.
How do you like it so far?
It's definitely like different than I was expecting. It's like, I don't know, because I normally don't read this type of stuff. Like it's a lot more like mystery, I guess, than I read normally because I'm very much like fantasy or like fantasy romance, like romance. So I'm not used to having to like really think about connections.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I mean, it's not bad. The writing style, I'm not 100% vibing with though, because like I don't mind the footnotes because like if you've ever read like Nevernight by J. Kristoff, like that has footnotes, but this like reads very similar to that.
Yeah, my ebook, it's not, I got it from Libby, but it's not like for the Kindle. It's like on the Libby app. And so the footnotes, like I don't know where they are. Like I can't see the footnotes.
Right.
So I'm just like, okay, I just ignore it, honestly.
And see, I think that's where I got confused because there might have been a footnote there, but it wasn't like there's a footnote dropping down. So I was like completely confused as to what exactly was happening. You know what I mean?
Oh, so
he just kind of kept reading.
I was gonna say, so in the audiobook, then when there's a footnote, does she just like start reading the footnote?
She had to.
Oh, that's confusing. Oh, I could not do that.
I think that's where I messed up.
Yeah. Oh no, not good.
So I'm not really annotating, but like kind of. So I have like 4 like little tabs in here because like in the footnotes, it'll say like, I promise it's the last time I'll ask, but please remember this name, dear readers.
Oh no.
So it has
I'm like, that's not good for me. I don't know what any of those footnotes are.
So it has like a name and then it'll have like the little asterisk and then the footnote that says like, remember this name.
Oh wow.
See, that one's easy. But then there's one. Oh, grab this chunk. Oh no, I'm sorry, Kit Kat. I just woke up. There's one that's long. Where are you? Are you a footnote?
Yeah, there's one footnote that goes on to like the next page.
Oh, see, yeah, you're not. It just so happens page 101. There's a footnote, and it's a good paragraph.
Oh my goodness. See, I feel like maybe I should have just bought the book physically. It's just expensive. I was just not trying to pay for it.
Yeah, I found mine. So I went to Texas to go visit some family, and I actually went to like Waco to go visit a friend, and I was not expecting to see it like in the bookstore, and I was like, literally, if this is in here, then that's just like a literal sign that I have to get it like right now. It was there. I had 2 copies. So I was like, okay.
So you're like, all right, I need it.
Yeah, I need it.
That is so funny. Yeah. I'm gonna keep trying with the ebook. I'm gonna see how I do with that, but it's a lot. I feel like I read so much of it and I'm barely on like 10%. I'm like, why is this so long?
Yeah, it's taking me forever.
Yeah, I'm just honestly trying to like pace myself. I'm like not even worried about like I think I'm gonna read it until like the end of the month. Probably.
Same.
It's gonna take me forever.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to at least get to page like 250 in the next 24 hours, like at least.
Yeah. Listen, that's good though. As long as you're making progress, that's what's needed.
True. So, Felisa, hello.
Hello.
It says, I'm watching while doing my makeup.
Oh, I love that. Listen, what's the makeup look we're doing today? What
Yes.
colors?
Yes, Felisa's makeup is always literally so good.
It's
Always.
amazing.
And I could
Always.
never.
I'm just like the dedication. Because like I used to do like my eyeshadow and stuff a lot more. And then I feel like once COVID happened, I just could not be bothered. And I haven't even like opened my makeup palettes in so long that I'm like the dedication she does. And they always match the outfit. Like it's just like the color coordination is always 10 out of 10.
Yeah. I don't even own like anything. Like I don't even have mascara. I don't even have a lip gloss. Like I have chapstick and that's it.
Listen, that's actually better though. It's expensive.
Yeah.
Makeup's
Plus, like waking up, having to put all that on, like especially because like in high school, you know, that's when everyone starts really wearing makeup, and I hate getting up early, so I never was like, oh, let me get up, put on some makeup. Like no, I was gonna stay in bed.
I would always wake up so early to put on makeup. I still do. Like I put on makeup like all the time. So I'm like, when I was working, like, oh my God, I would wake up like 2 hours before I would have to leave. Like just for me to get ready. And I'm like, oh, too much.
Me staying in bed until like 30 minutes before it's time to leave. Yeah, I cannot.
So you're living the life though. Listen, it's true.
Exactly.
We're just speaking the truth.
Hey girl, hey.
Hello.
Hi.
Felisa, what are you gonna start reading? Start with the original. Ooh. How cute. I love that.
Okay, yes. If you're in the chat, please drop what you're reading.
Let us all know. Are you guys just focusing, like, how do you guys like to do? Do you guys just like to focus on like one book for a read-a-thon, or do you have like a bunch of books that you kind of like switch around with?
Well, I have 3.
I currently have 3. I'm not sure how, but I really want my main focus to be Star Daughter for this, because I would like to just finish one and not put too much pressure on myself to finish. I'm definitely not finishing Plain Bad Heroines, but then to finish 2. So if I finish Star Daughter and I make progress in my other one, that'd be nice.
Yeah, no, I have 3. I'm finishing an audiobook because I was like halfway through it, so I just want to finish it. And then I really want to focus on Clockwork Prince, and then I also want to read The Soulmate Equation by Christina Lauren. I have that on my Kindle. So I'm like, we'll just see. We'll see what I feel like.
Yeah, I have Plain Bad Heroines, of course, and then I have A Lie for a Lie by Helena Hunting on my Kindle, which is like a sports romance, which it's like, I think it's like 200 Kindle pages, so like not even anything for all.
Yeah.
I'm listening to The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy on audio.
How is that going for you?
I do not like it.
It's a whole situation.
Yeah, I do not like it. It is not for me. Sci-fi is not my genre.
Me neither. Ooh, I've never read anything by Holly Black.
I've never read Tide. I think this is like her first ever book.
Yeah.
I think. I'm not 100% sure on that one, but I think. Really
Ooh.
Donovan is killing it. I've heard that one was pretty good.
Yeah, I've heard good things about that as well. I really want to read it.
Isn't that one like a mystery?
I think so. I think it's a mystery thriller.
And Office Hours, I don't think I've heard of that one.
Listen, Lisa, just do all of them. You don't have to make up your mind. Just do them all.
Exactly. The Digital Fortress by Dan Brown.
Ooh. I've never read any Dan Brown either.
Yeah, me neither. Sarah, you've never read The Cruel Prince?
I haven't. I literally, before I started BookTube, I'm telling you, I've like never read YA fantasy, like ever.
That was me too.
Ever.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, now there's just too many to choose from. There's too many. And then Bailey, you don't like The Cruel Prince, right?
Okay, well,
Like,
it's
you're
not
not a
that I
fan?
didn't like it. Like, I
like
thought
the
it was
romance.
good. Like, I'm pretty sure I gave The Wicked King like 5 stars. But the romance was just too slow burn for me. Like, I needed them to like do it a little bit faster.
Because that was the enemies to lovers where he like literally tries to actually kill her, right? Like knife to the throat situation.
Yeah.
It's not like tea.
They poison her, they drown.
Like, yeah, he drowns her at one point.
Like, it's so toxic.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It's not safe. But I mean, I loved it.
Actual enemies to lovers. Like, literal trying to kill.
Listen, that sounds juicy to me.
It really is. Maybe that's why my expectation of enemies to lovers is so high because of that, really.
Because you're like, if you're not almost killing them, I don't want it.
What are we doing here?
Yeah, exactly.
That is so funny. Oh, wow. Maybe I'll have to read it then. I like had no intention of ever reading it, but now I feel like I have to.
Like, I personally feel like The Wicked King was probably the best one based on the ending, like, alone.
Is that the second book or the third book?
The second one, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Listen, read it. Can't help
you. You guys are influencing me.
Finish You on audiobook. So I listened to You on audiobook and I give it 5 stars, but I think it's only because I listened to it on audiobook because it was actually so good.
I think I'm trying to remember because I read You after I watched the first season of the show. And I'm trying to remember which one I liked better. I think I liked the show better, and then when I read Hidden Bodies, that's why I'm the only person in the world who like gave it a good rating because I preferred the book over the show version.
I couldn't do the book Hidden Bodies. Oh my gosh, I like made it maybe 2 chapters, and I was like, I can't.
Yeah, that's everyone hates it so much, and I don't know why. I was just not hating it. But don't read the third one. The third one is atrocious.
I feel like I remember reading Hidden Bodies and being like, oh, yeah, this was kind of pointless, but like, I didn't hate it, but I knew that I would not continue with it.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like in general, both books are like kind of pointless. Like, nothing really happens if you think about it, except just people dying, you know?
Yeah.
That is true.
Ooh, a great fall read. Wow, love that. All right, it's official. I'll read it.
So, because I think it's tied, right? I think that one is like a fairy book too, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not 100% sure though. But.
Ooh, are you enjoying it, Jen? I agree. It's not love if they're not trying to kill each other. Listen, it makes the relationship spicy.
Very Mr. and Mrs. Smith of them.
Yeah. Ooh.
I'd also love to start Blink, The Power of Without Thinking by Malcolm Gladwell. I don't think I've heard of that one.
I've heard of him. He's done like a bunch of like, I don't know, are they self-help books? Like that kind of thing. I think he has a lot of them, but I've never read it. He has that Outliers one, I think. It's like really famous. I have no idea. You know, like all these like men that think they're like readers because they read like self-help books and like entrepreneurial books. It's like, that's why I know that.
People on my Snapchat, literally.
Yeah. Sometimes guys like, yeah, I love reading. And it's like, oh, what's your favorite book? It's like, oh, the 7 steps of successful blah blah. And I'm like, okay. Goodbye. Ooh, a modern fairy tale series.
Yeah, I think I'll definitely have to look into that because I actually really like Holly Black's writing, or well,
Mhm.
the one series that I read.
The one book I read was fantastic.
Yeah.
Malcolm Gladwell books are amazing.
I've heard really good things about his books.
There are also 2 more, Ironside and Valiant. I don't
Ooh.
remember the Wars though.
Let's look into those.
Yeah, I'll definitely look into those.
Mhm.
Yes, I like it a lot. Glad to hear it. Yes, they're self-help books.
Mhm. I've like never gotten into self-help books. I've tried. I don't know. Have you guys ever read any?
I've never read a self-help book.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I probably need to.
Oh
I know.
yeah,
I'm like,
definitely.
I could learn a lot.
Oh yeah, I could probably browse the aisle, just read the cover. So this is your problem. Wow. Yep.
Yeah. Very
Yeah,
true. Mhm.
exactly.
Do you have trouble with consumerism? I do. I
Yeah.
use it.
Oh, that was so funny.
Okay, I think we'll get through a couple more and then do first sprint.
Yes, that sounds good.
Okay. So it's supposed to be order, not knowing the order.
Oh, okay.
Set our phones down. And
I
then
know
Liz said, I
technology. I
can't trust
can't.
anyone that only reads nonfiction books about influencing people. Like, what are you trying
Mhm.
to make people believe?
Mhm. I'm like, just say you're a sociopath. Just say it and move along.
Oh, okay. So I
Yay.
think first sprint is going to be at 20 minutes. And yeah, we'll see you then.
All right.
Sounds good.
Okay. How did everyone do?
I read 16 pages.
I read 10 pages because it was a page break and we had like 4 minutes left and I was like,
Are you like, you don't like to just stop like mid thing? Like,
right.
are you like that? Does that bother you?
I prefer not to. Like, I mean, if I have to, like, I will, but I prefer, like, if there's a page break or, like, if a complete thought.
Yeah.
Then, of like, okay, so, like, if a sentence ends on the page before, if I need to stop, then I'll stop. But not, like, if it's, like, going on to the next page, then I won't stop.
Yeah.
I listened to 18 pages, so I finished a chapter.
Ooh, that's good. Not
too bad on one speed. Like, I always listen to them slow just so I can get like the general idea of it. But yeah, this is going up to like 1.75, I'm thinking, because that should not have taken like 20 minutes.
Yeah, I have to listen on 2 times speed because if not, then I literally am just like bored.
For sure. How do you like it? How do you like it, Justine?
I feel bad for her already. Her auntie knows, which is her father's sister, that she's half a star, but she calls her distasteful because she has silver hair and her roots are showing, but she colors it black. And she's like, there's no way it's showing. I just colored it 3 days ago, but she calls her condition distasteful. And I'm like,
that's rude.
help it. Yeah, like that's a little tough.
Yeah.
So far, I feel bad. Like, she's at a family party, and it just seems like her cousins and some of her cousins are just mean to her, and they just tease her a lot.
Yeah.
So I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this. But hopefully, she just kicks ass.
Yeah, she probably will.
Like, I'm half a star. You're whole human. Get over it.
I mean, I feel like that just seems like a cool thing to be. Half of a star. Like,
love to be a star.
Yeah.
And how are you liking yours, Bailey?
A
little bit better? No?
Because it keeps switching between like storylines. So I'm trying to keep up with which storyline is which. So right now I'm in like the like 2020, well, I don't want to say 2020, but like in the 2000s storyline. Yeah. So it's definitely kind of, I feel like this storyline I can read a little bit quicker. Because like it just reads a little bit faster, I guess, than like the like 1920 storyline. So yeah,
I feel that. 24 pages is a lot.
Yeah, that's so much.
Yeah,
you must be like speed reading over there.
I am such a slow reader, honestly.
How are you liking it so far, though?
I like it. This is a reread for me, but I honestly forgot what happens in this book. Like, I know like a really big thing that happens, but like right now, so like I'm liking it because I'm like forgetting that any of this even happened. But I like literally just started it, so
you remember the big thing, so it's fine.
But I love it. I'm enjoying my reread of the series because the characters are just like chef's kiss. Love them. I'm thriving. Ooh, listen, that's a lot to get done in 20 minutes. That is impressive.
I'm curious to know what you ate.
I know.
I'm starving.
I read no chapters, but finished my makeup and started doing my hair.
Oh, look at you.
Love that.
Everyone's being so productive.
I know. This is great.
It's a big action point, so I'm reading faster than usual. Okay, yeah.
I could do that.
Yeah. I feel like, not even on purpose, but it's because I don't really read fantasy. I feel like when there's action scenes, I like skim. I like can't read action scenes. I don't know why. I'm just like, okay, this is happening. Like, I don't know. It's like it's so strange. I'm trying not to because I know that's bad because that's like where the juice is. Because then I end up finding myself, I'm like, something happens and like someone gets stabbed and I'm like, wait, how did they get stabbed? Like, how did that even happen? So I'm like, let me go back.
Yeah, because I don't know if you plan on reading the third book in the Court of Thorns and Roses series, like Aqua War.
Yeah, I
Do
am.
not skim. There's so much important info.
I know. Like it's those two that I was like, all right, I need to like sit here and like really like read these words.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna read that one, but I'm nervous because everyone keeps telling me it's crazy, and I'm like, I don't think I'm ready for this.
Yeah. All I can say is that like King of Highburn, he got it and he deserved it.
Listen, I love that though. Hate him.
Yeah, he literally sucks. Anyways, this is in a King of Highburn Tamlin hate chat.
Hate chat. Yes, I agree with this, Felisa. I feel like I like it because then I'm reading it and I'm like, ooh, wait, I forgot about that, you know? And it's like nice and exciting still. But I also have like really bad reading comprehension. Ooh,
I need an air
so
fryer so bad.
You don't have an air fryer?
No, I
You
keep
need an air fryer.
saying it.
Bailey, you don't have one either?
No, okay. So I still live at home right now. So my parents have one, but as soon as I move out, that's probably gonna be my first purchase.
Oh my gosh.
They're Justine, you need to buy one. They're literally life-changing. Like you will never cook the same without an air fryer.
Yeah, no, literally stunning.
Stunning.
Like, I know you have kids, and so they probably eat chicken nuggets all the time. I eat chicken nuggets all the time.
I eat chicken nuggets constantly.
Oh yeah,
10 minutes.
I'm constantly eating the Dino Nuggets. I mean, why not?
10 minutes in the air fryer.
And also leftovers too. Like I feel like if you like, I don't know, go out to eat or something and you get, you know, like I don't know, whatever, fries, whatever, chicken nuggets, chicken strips, and like you stick it in the air fryer, it literally tastes like exactly how it did the day before. It's so good.
Yeah, so good.
I'm texting my husband.
Definitely and definitely worth the money. I would suggest getting like the big one. Because then you could fit more.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the only thing that I feel like is like a con of air fryers, that you can't actually fit that much stuff in them.
Yeah.
So like you kind of have to like cook things in batches, but fire.
Hey, that's fine.
10 out of 10.
We're getting an air fryer. I feel like I was supposed to get one last year for Christmas. But like I didn't do like my research enough to see like which one we should invest in. So I never got one, and every once like it comes up every so often. I'm like, man, I should really get an air fryer. And then once I go by, I should really get an air fryer. We're getting an air fryer.
Perfect. You're like, it's decided. Air fryers are literally the best. It's true.
It's in the sprint. We're doing it.
Yeah. This is just like a sprint of us literally just influencing each other.
Yes.
Oh my God, look at us. We're like those men who read those influencing books that Felisa's scared of. It's us. Plot twist, it's us. Oh, and inside is kimchi.
Is that okay? I'm probably so stupid, but is that like a type of rice?
No, well, they have kimchi fried rice, but kimchi is like pickled cabbage.
Oh, okay.
But it's good.
Naked wings and tossed in Frank's hot wing sauce.
That sounds so good.
Yeah,
I've done that in the air fryer, but not with naked wings. I just use like frozen chicken strips, but then I like put the buffalo, and it was really good.
Because then that's like I almost said fried chicken. It's like grilled chicken, but like
crispy.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
So this is honestly making me hungry.
Get your air fryer. Literally, yeah. Everyone needs an air fryer. Like,
yeah. The moral of this live: get an air fryer.
Get an air fryer.
Get an air fryer. That's it. That's literally the live. That's the live. They're done in 18 minutes with one turn in the middle. Other than that, you can ignore them.
I love ignoring things.
Yeah. And also, like, that's why it's nice too, because you really don't have to like worry about it at all. I've made like salmon in the air fryer before too. That was super bomb.
Yeah, broccoli in the air fryer, pizza, like chicken,
literally anything.
Literally anything. Anything that you would normally put in the oven, put in the air fryer.
Yeah. Literally. It was. Listen, Felisa, you need one.
Yeah, the person who like invented air fryer needs to cut us a check.
I know, honestly.
Send me one. I don't have one.
I know. I'm like, listen, I will promote you.
Yeah, exactly. My next
like
video is
right here.
air fryer. It's not actually, but if only.
Yeah. Like, and now we're gonna talk about the sponsor of this video. All
The
air
maker
fryers.
of my air fryer.
Yeah.
I can sit right here, do a live sprint, and not have to worry about it.
Yeah. Literally. That is so
Fermented
funny.
cabbage. Okay, yeah. So I don't like cabbage.
Okay, but honestly, it tastes very different.
Yeah.
Like, because I think they put like spices on it and stuff. I don't know. It's like very different tasting. Have you ever had like Korean barbecue?
I don't think I have actually.
It's because they don't have it in the South. I've looked being here, but in San Diego they had it like everywhere, and it's literally like there's a grill in the middle of the table, and then they just give you like all the Korean meats, and then you literally cook it yourself, and they give you a side of like rice and rice paper and kimchi and like all this stuff. It's so bomb.
Is that like with the conveyor belt type of place?
No, it's like different, but yeah, those are like conveyor belt sushi places, and those are good as well. But no, it's literally just like meat. Like, I don't know. It's really weird describing, but it's honestly so good. And they don't have that here in the South, and I'm upset about it.
Yeah. The food down here is good, but it's like it's not the same as like what you would find like
100%
out west or anything. It's definitely like soul food down here.
See, I was like really in the mood for like barbecue one day, and I was like, where I used to live in Florida, right down the road was this so good barbecue place, and I'm like, that's what I want. And I'm looking online, and I'm like, where can I find a barbecue place? And everybody's like, your backyard, my backyard, and I'm like, if I wanted to do that, I would. I want like a barbecue.
Yeah.
Whenever I go see my in-laws, I have to go there because I still want it.
Where do you live, Justine?
I'm in New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
We have good food here. We don't pump our own gas.
Oh, okay. So when I was living in Seattle, like I drove from San Diego to Seattle to move, and we had stopped in Oregon, and I literally was like, oh, like we need to get gas. And so I was like sitting there, and I was like pulling my wallet out, and then the attendant comes and he's like knocks my window, and I look at my sister and I was like, hi, like, can I help you? And he was like, yeah, like what kind of gas do you want? And I was like, what? I was so confused. He was laughing at me. He was like, yeah, like I'm here to like pump your gas. And I was like, are you serious? I was like, this is a concept. It was so nice. And then I tipped him, and he was like, no, I can't take it. I was like, no, take this tip. I was like, because this was the best experience of my life.
When we first visited my in-laws in Florida, it was pouring down rain, and my husband's pulling into the gas station, and he's like, oh, I have to get out and do this, don't I? And I said, yeah, you do.
You're like, not me, you.
Not me. That was fun. And I remember visiting when me and my mom still lived in Florida. We came up here to visit, and she's looking at the guy, and again, he tapped on the window, and she's like, can I help you? He's like, what do you need? And she's like, oh yeah, you do that up here.
Yeah.
But when I was a kid, I loved pumping gas. So it's like it bums me out that I
pump
can't
my gas anytime. I hate it.
Except my gas stations.
Why does he pump my gas, mommy? I said, because that's his job. Oh, okay. And he always thanks the man. I'm like, this is just too cute. But I mean, they're getting spoiled too. They need to know.
Yeah.
Just in case. This is how this works.
That's so funny.
Literally, if you're at a gas station around here and a guy walks up to your window and is like tapping on it, you better lock your doors and pray that you can the next gas station.
That's why at first I was like scared to like lower my window, because I was like, what is this man doing here? Like at first I was like, am I in the wrong spot? You know, like, is this closed? Like I thought like he was gonna say something because I saw he had like the little vest situation. So I was like, okay, well, he's obviously not like a rando, like crackhead, you know? But I was like, I'm confused. But listen, I was happy about it though.
We're spoiled.
Ooh, I want to get an Instant Pot. I've never had an Instant Pot.
Because I know that Instant Pots and air fryers were like going crazy around the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you were either team air fryer or team Instant Pot.
I feel like you should be able to be team both because they're
Yeah,
so different.
Yeah.
They do different
for
things.
sure.
Because I've heard that, like, I think you can get an Instant Pot now that has, like, an air fryer setting.
Oh, interesting.
Ooh.
I feel like I've seen that before at, like, Walmart or something. And I was like, that looks juicy.
And then Blaze says she has to go, but she has
Oh,
to 8.
yes.
See you at
Yeah, so if you
8.
guys don't know, we are doing another reading sprint at 8 on Justine's channel. So if you guys
Yay.
are free, it's
Sounds like
8 o'clock CST.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, come hang out.
Rando crack. Yeah. Yeah.
We don't stand rando crackheads.
No.
Literally, they're all over the place. Yeah.
That is the crazy thing too. Like being here, at least I've seen like not that many homeless people, and I was shocked because Seattle is like a hub of like homeless people, and like there was homeless people like everywhere. That I like literally came here and I was like so shocked. Honestly, I was like, this is wild.
I think it's because like a lot of people like live together, like
Mm-hmm.
because I think I don't want to say there's like crack houses, but because like I used to work at a
Mhm.
pharmacy, and so
Mhm.
obviously there used to be like a ton of people like coming in and like buying needles and
Mhm.
stuff, and a lot of them like live either together or like in the same
like
vicinity.
area kind of thing.
Yeah. So I think it's just kind of like a little community of
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah.
but yeah, and every once in a while they make it to the gas station because they need their cigs.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you guys want to do one more sprint?
Yes, I'm
Yes.
down to do one more.
I just put my phone down.
I need to open my window more or something.
Okay, y'all, it's literally getting ready to storm. So if I'm like talking and then you hear like thunder in the background, or if you see me jump,
Mhm.
We know what's happening.
No, you didn't.
yeah, you didn't.
Awesome.
See you guys in 20 minutes.
Perfect.
All right, how did everyone do?
I read 20 pages, so a little bit better than last time.
Justine?
Positive.
I finished chapter 2, started 3, but it like little page breaker, so I stopped. Let's see, 1, 2.
I unfortunately was not that lucky this time.
I'm trying to move this. Okay.
I read like 10 pages again, and then there was no page break, so I'm like in the middle
Shame.
of the page.
That is so funny. I literally like don't care. Like I will stop like mid-paragraph if
Well, I don't
like
want to have to read stuff over.
I feel like I don't have to read stuff over though. I feel like I always remember like where I end.
Like I have my bookmark like sideways in it. You probably can't even see. It's like so that way
Listen,
I
that's
know.
actually really smart though.
That way I know where to
Mhm.
start.
I'm sorry. I'm really trying to like move because I don't know. The sun is not happening with my window at all.
How are we all liking progress?
I am enjoying my book. Are you guys liking your book?
Yeah, I like that her dad doesn't want her to date anybody until after high school.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, she's a teenager, all of her friends are dating, everybody else is dating, but why can't she? You know, you're also half a star. It just shows that there's more to it other than I don't want you dating.
Yeah.
You know, her hair apparently it like literally shines. I thought that was just like a metaphor because it was silver, you know.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it shines. Like literally, like will shine. So I'm like, oh, that's why we want to keep you private. Okay, I get it now.
I mean, that's cool though, having shining hair.
I know. I'm like, I want shiny hair.
Yeah.
I don't know where to put this. Sorry, this window's like really bothering
you look
me.
good on my end. I know you have like the nice.
That's why I'm like up the line. That's what's bothering me. I'm like, oh my god, this is annoying me. I need to like get away from my window, but then you can see my ugly fan, and it's just there no matter what I do. So I guess we're just keeping it.
It's very Last Airbender.
That's true. That's true. Listen, it's a vibe we're just gonna stick with. Listen, I know. I was gonna say we're having some hot topic discussions.
This is true.
Exactly. Wi-Fi freaked out. Gotta run concert.
A concert. Oh my gosh, how fun.
I miss concerts.
Finishing a chapter, a couple pages left. Cliffhanger, have to mute and finish the chapter.
Listen, understandable.
Yes.
Completely understandable for sure.
I feel like that's the worst thing when you're doing reading sprints and you're reading something like super juicy and it's like it ends and you're like, no, like I want to keep reading this.
Which that's how I felt like. I don't know if either of you have read An Ember in the Ashes. Justine, I know you haven't, but Sarah,
yeah, I haven't read it either.
Sabata here is literally queen of cliffhanging chapters because it's like multiple POVs. And so like each chapter is a different point of view. Like there's never two persons' point of views like after each other. Like in the last one, there's like 3 point of views. And so then something like super juicy would happen in like Lia's point of view. And then next you have to go to Helen. And then you're like, okay, like, what happened? Then you have to wait 2 more chapters before you can even pick up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and then something juicy happens in the next chapter, but then you have to wait 2 more chapters for that person's chapter to come back.
I hate that. I love like multiple POV stories, but like that's something that really annoys me is like when I'm really like into someone's story and then like I have to just like leave them and then go with someone else, you know?
Yeah.
I literally hate that so much.
Which I feel like those are good too because like all of the characters are like pretty much like good as far as like it being from their point of view.
Yeah, like they're interesting and stuff.
Yeah.
That's good.
So I highly recommend that series. Literally can't recommend it enough. I love it.
Yeah. I was like that when I was doing reading sprints with James and Valisa and Steph, and I was reading From Blood and Ash, and I was like, I just want to keep reading this. Bailey, I'm telling you, you just need to read it.
I know.
Read it,
You just need to do it.
Selling point part 5. Read
Right?
From Blood and Ash.
Literally
I
read
don't
From
know
Blood
why I
and
have
Ash.
it. Like, I literally have it. Like, it's not like, oh, well, I don't have it. So, like it's
You
literally,
need
like,
to
I
read
literally have
it. I'm telling you, write From Blood and Ash 21 times, put it in your mug, and then just pick it out and be like, oh my gosh, so weird. I got From Blood and Ash. I have to read it now. Just be a
Because I already
cheater.
know I'm going to want to binge the series.
Yeah, I'm so excited to read the second one.
Which I literally hate that I got the hardbacks now because all of the covers are off center.
That's weird. I had seen you talk about that in one of your videos. That's so strange to me. Why are they like that? Like they
Wait,
just
what?
misprinted?
Yeah, so let's go. Because this one I feel like
Bailey, we can't be friends.
You just pointed that out.
because like
That's so weird.
it's supposed to be like shifted over like this way
Yeah.
a little bit.
Look at all. Like I'm looking at
Yeah.
that. Where's from count?
Like they're all like that. Yeah, they're all like that. Like I literally
I'm dead. She can't unsee it now.
yeah, like you literally can't unsee it because like Katie pointed it out at like Katie's Book Nook, like in one of her vlogs. She went to like go read this and she was like, yeah, it's off center. And I was like, shut up.
I
was like, mine's not like that. I don't think mine's like that. I think hers was just a fluke. Literally.
That's crazy. I have the paperbacks, so that I don't have that issue with mine.
I feel like it's harder to tell in A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire because I think this one looks pretty good. But yeah,
I just feel like in general, I'm not a fan of the covers. I think they're too busy. Like I think From Blood and Ash is fine, but I think the second and third books, it's like way too much going on.
Yeah, that's why they freaking put them off center because they couldn't figure out.
They didn't notice. They're like,
Yeah.
I can't even really read the text anyway, so it's fine.
And then if you look like on the inside, you can tell that the text is like too far like towards the inside.
Oh my god, so they just like printed them really wrong.
Yeah, they were just like, oh, well, it's done now, so
that's crazy. Yikes.
Yeah, literally disgusting. But, you know.
Well, I didn't even realize how much the hardcovers were.
Yeah, they're like 30 plus.
Yeah, I was at Barnes & Noble. I got my daughter like this little Olaf toy and it was like $5, cheap. And I was like, okay, I'll get her that, whatever. And then I picked this up. My total was like $36. I was like, well, wait a minute. What did I buy?
Yeah.
Oh, it was you. And there's no price in here. So that's how they get you.
That's how they get you. They get you because they only have like one copy and you're like, I've been looking for this forever.
Yeah.
I have to get it. There's no price on it, but you know, I have to get it. Get up there, $32. And you're like,
that should be illegal.
Yeah.
Not putting the price on it.
Because it's not in any of them.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
because I think it was maybe somebody commented on my video or it might have been like somebody close to me. They're like, oh, it's in the barcode. I said, no, it's not. There are lots of numbers here, not $32 or whatever I paid for these.
Yeah. Which was even like Plain Bad Heroines. This one was $27.99.
Yeah, I was gonna say that book is expensive. That's why I didn't buy it.
I think online it is a little bit cheaper. I think it's like 19 or 20.
I just feel like for someone who loves books are way too expensive. Like I'm like, I will never be behind how expensive books are. Like,
yeah. And I like, so this is probably so morbid, but like sometimes I think about like if my house were to like burn down or like flood or something like in like a natural disaster, like how this is literally like thousands of dollars like down the drain. Because like, can you even get like insurance on books? Like,
that's like, true.
Like, it's literal paper. Like,
yeah, that's actually so true. Listen,
like,
it's a scam.
Like 100 books here, And if you're thinking they're like $15 to $20 a piece, that's like
that's when my
at least
stomach
a
starts
couple
to hurt.
$1,000s. Like,
Yeah.
That's insane. All right, so now we're saying books are a scam. Stop buying books. That's so crazy. That's so true, though. Like, I mean, I just have this little, where is it? My little measly shelf. I didn't even have a bookshelf before I moved here. So, but I'm like, I'm too broke for books. I'm too broke. I'm like, I cannot be constantly buying these. And then I hate when you buy a book that you don't like, end up liking. Like,
That's what gets frustrating.
the worst thing.
especially if you end up DNFing it, and then you're like, well, now I just wasted my money.
That's
And
why
then
I feel like
you keep the receipt, so you can't go return it.
yeah. That's why I feel like most of the time I'll like read something like on an ebook, like through Libby or something, and then if I really love the book, then I'll buy it. Because I'm like, I want it on my shelf or something. Because I'm like, I literally hate buying books that I am either never gonna read, because I used to do that too. Like I used to be like, ooh, that sounds interesting, and then like 6 months later I'd be like, why would I buy this? Like, I don't want to read this.
See, that's how I was gonna use audio. I'm like, let me listen to this, see how I like it. If I really do, I'll go out and buy it. But then I was like, Audible's $15. I might as well just be buying the book anyway.
Yeah.
So I cut my subscription with them and I go and buy it. And I enjoyed the experience because I just like the way the bookstores smell.
Yeah.
And it's therapeutic.
Audible, don't you only get like 1 credit a month?
Yeah, Audible is a scam, dude. Like, Scribd is so much better, and it's like significantly cheaper, and you can listen to as many audiobooks as you want.
Right.
Which also, like, if you pay for Kindle Unlimited, like, some of those books are audiobooks.
Oh.
And you can get, like, however many books you want for $10.
Yeah.
A month.
Yeah, no, it's, like, so good. I have Kindle Unlimited, but I literally I just have so many books that, like, I don't ever end up reading Kindle Unlimited books, so then I'm like, okay, I'm actually paying for this for basically the reason because I like, haven't even read one. Like,
which I just recently read The Stopover and The Takeover on Kindle Unlimited. Literally, those were so good. Especially The Takeover. Like, it was way better than The Stopover. But, yeah, if you're looking for, like, a smutty, like, businessman romance type of situation, 10 out of 10. Like, recommend.
Yeah.
Like, so good.
That's why I wanted Kindle Unlimited too, because like I really want to start reading more romances, like legit romances, like indie ones and all that. And like I want to read like Elle Kennedy, and like I want to read more Penelope Douglas and like all that stuff. So like, and that's all on Kindle Unlimited, but I just like don't ever actually get around to reading it.
I usually end up reading it like, it'll be like 10 o'clock at night, and when it's time for me to, like, that I know that it's time for me to go to bed, I'm like, okay, let me just read like one chapter. And listen. And then next thing I know, it's like 2 a.m. I'm like halfway through it. I'm like, how did we get here?
Yeah. I love that. Justine, do you read romances? Like, do you like romances?
I want to like them. I just need the messiness of it.
Yeah.
So I feel like I need to get a Kindle or a Nook or something to get more into it. But yeah, I want to get more into Elle Kennedy, Penelope Douglas, all of them.
Yeah.
Talia Hilbert has a couple good ones I heard.
Yeah. Punk 57. Have you read Punk 57, Bailey?
I haven't.
Bailey!
I did Punk 57 though the other day of the truck scene. And I was like, wait a minute.
Iconic.
I was like, well, wait a minute. Why haven't I read this yet?
Stunning. I love that book. I'm like, I want to reread it. I want to read all of Penelope Douglas because, like, that's the only book I've read by her, and I'm like, I'm somehow a stan just after Punk 57. So good.
Okay, we'll go through a few comments really quickly.
What is the book about? Because it's the Dan Brown book, right? I don't know what that book is about.
I'm frugal, so I rarely buy new books. I always buy used books.
Yeah, I buy a lot of used books, I would say.
I can never find books that I want in
Mhm.
good condition that are used.
Yeah. There's a used bookstore that's near me that's, like, massive, like, it is so huge, it's, like, 2 stories, and there's so many good books there, like, so many good books. But, yeah, I feel like it's, like, a lot harder to find, like, good used books that aren't, like, smelly and, like, sticky and gross.
I don't
Mhm.
know. And I always say, like, this probably isn't the right term, but I always say, like, when the pages are burnt, like, they're sunburnt.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're all, like, yellow and gross.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
want them
feel
yellow
that.
and gross because of me, not because somebody else.
Someone else. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, like, I don't know if this, but, like, sometimes, like, you hold a used book and, like, your hands just, like, feel dirty. Like, has that ever happened
I
to you?
get it. No, I get it.
Like, I don't know, sometimes I just, like, I feel, like, musty, and I'm like, "Ew." I don't want to read a book that makes me feel musty.
Yeah. Exactly. Like script better than
Mhm.
normal.
Mhm. Scribd is so good.
I've been using Hoopla, which is like it's very similar to Libby, but it
Mhm.
has like a little bit more than
Ooh.
Libby. So it might be something to check into, like if your library has it. Because so I have 2 library cards. Like I have one that's like in the city that I live now, and then like
Mhm.
the city that my mom lives in Texas.
Mhm.
So I have like 2. So my Texas library isn't on there, but my Alabama library is.
Mhm.
So I get the books from my Texas and my Alabama library on Libby, and then extra books that aren't on Libby from my Alabama library in Hoopla, if that makes sense.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, I should do that.
I have 3 library cards. The like main town one I can get through Libby. Hoopla is the town that my mom lives in. And Overdrive does the one that's like right down the road from my house. So
Wow.
Yeah.
I gotta get a Hoopla.
Plus, because you live in Nashville too, so there's probably like
Mhm.
a bunch of public libraries. Literally just go and
Yeah.
just sign up for all of them.
I
Mhm.
know, I know. There's one that's really close to me and I need to go to it, but it's because like when I got in Seattle, so I have 2. I have the Seattle one and then mine from San Diego. And both of them you could just do it online and then you just have to like go in person and like get your little card number and like
Mhm.
just like do all that. But here you have to like bring mail and like proof of like address and all this and I'm like, "Oh my god." I'm like,
Yeah.
"That's so much work for."
Literally, you can take a bank statement. Literally, it doesn't even matter as long as
Mhm.
it has your address on it. Like you could probably take
Yeah.
like some junk mail, honestly. They're like they literally don't even care.
Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna go probably like sometime this week because I'm like I want my 3 library cards. I love it when there's like something that is like 6 months hold on one
Mhm.
library and then the other library it's like available. I'm like, yes, thank you.
Yeah, because my library that's here, it's huge. Like it's like one of the only libraries like in the area, and like the
Mhm.
other libraries are like connected to like this library.
Mhm.
But then in like Grand Prairie, which is where my other one is,
Mhm.
it's like a small library. So like obviously they don't even have like Hoopla because they don't need it because they're so small. And
Yeah.
so then it'll be like a like 2 week wait over here, but then over here it's like 22 weeks, and I'm like,
Mhm.
Yeah. You're like,
no.
no, thank you.
It's basically a thriller. It involves an NSA cover up, an ousted employee, ousted,
Ousted? I
my
have no
dumb.
idea.
The employee has created an unbreakable code that essentially can make the NSA technology obsolete and expose their secrets.
Ooh, that sounds juicy.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that does sound very good.
That sounds like a lot of crazy shit would happen.
There's a new release. I want to read it. I wait for it from the library. As
Mhm.
my list. Yeah. And I don't know how
Yeah.
to request. Like people are always like, "Oh yeah, I requested this from my library, and I got it on Libby." I'm like, "How? What do you do?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I never know.
I always like go on like cuz on Libby sometimes like my library will have a thing like, "Oh, like new releases coming soon or like coming soon, whatever." And then I'll just click it and I'll like go through it and then I'll just put on hold everything that sounds interesting. Because it always says like 6 months, but then like I usually get it within like 2 weeks, and then I just like keep making it longer because I'm like, I don't feel like reading that right
Yeah.
now.
Okay, y'all. So I think this is gonna be it for this live.
Awesome.
Literally, it's so fun chatting with you.
I know. Listen, we're all gonna be on the 8 p.m. one, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Perfect.
So we'll probably have some more good chats
Yes.
at 8 p.m. tonight.
Yes. And then we're gonna have to get a lot of reading done.
Yes. So I have Justine's channel linked in the description as well as Sarah's. So please go subscribe to this. They're literally awesome. And yeah, so thank you to everyone who participated and read with us. It was lovely chatting with you.
It was so fun. Hopefully we'll see you all at 8 p.m.
Yes,
on Justine's
we
channel.
will see you at 8 o'clock
Mhm.
tonight, and then 9 o'clock tomorrow morning on
Mhm.
Sarah's channel, and 12:30 tomorrow on Jess's channel.
Perfect.
Very,
Yeah.
very busy.
I know. Listen, I'm glad we're doing that though, because I feel like it's gonna like really help me
Mhm.
be
Yeah.
motivated to like keep reading and everything.
Same.
And I'm gonna ask you guys how much you guys read in
The
these hours.
exposure.
So be
Okay.
prepared.
Okay.
I'm gonna be grilling you.
Okay, literally, I'm on page 83 right now, so hopefully I will at least be on page like 120.
Okay.
By 8 o'clock.
120. I'm gonna have that in my head.
All right, so I will talk to y'all
Awesome.
later.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.